Hi, it's Raj from 3CB Performance. First and foremost, with the current COVID-19 pandemic ongoing, I'm wishing you, your family, and friends all the best. For more information, check out the video I made with the help of an infectious disease expert, or even better, go to the World Health Organization WHO website. In the meantime, with the sports and footballing world on indefinite hiatus, I hope updates on key players and injuries may bring you much needed distraction and normalcy. Without further ado, Arsenal and Uruguayan holding midfielder Lucas Torreira fractured his right ankle versus Portsmouth on March 2nd when his right ankle got caught between a searing scissor challenge from Portsmouth defender James Bolton. No foul was called and VAR was unavailable. In this video, I'll explain the ankle fracture and diagnostic process, Torreira's return timeline, and if it'll impact his career moving forward. The way Torreira's ankle was caught between Bolton's legs indicates that Torreira's ankle was forced into external outward rotation while taking a direct impact force. This mechanism of injury typically results in a quote Weber type B fracture. According to a trusted orthopedic surgeon I regularly consult with, the first priority and key diagnostic factor is to assess the stability of Torreira's right ankle. The fact that he was able to bear weight through the ankle and leave the ground in a walking boot and crutches was an early positive indicator. In the following days, Lucas likely went through a battery of tests that firstly included an X-ray to assess the type of fracture. If the pattern appeared stable, he underwent a quote stress radiograph in which the ankle was manually rotated outwards, external rotation, during an X-ray. If this stress radiograph showed significant medial inner aspect of the ankle gapping, typically anything over 5 millimeters is considered significant, then the fracture was considered unstable with surgery indicated. If the imaging suggests a stable fracture, or borderline, you're placed into a cam boot, directed to bear weight as tolerated, and come back within a week's time for follow-up x-rays in a weight-bearing position. This timeline may help explain Torreira's extended consultation with a specialist. Once his follow-up imaging indicated a truly stable fracture, Lucas went into a non-operative protocol. Arsenal gave an initial return to play timeline of 8 to 10 weeks for Torreira, which lines up with the typical RTP timeline after a non-operatively managed Weber type B fracture. In the following weeks, Lucas will continue to undergo regularly scheduled CT scans to assess fracture healing. Torreira's ankle will remain in a cam boot until the bone is sufficiently healed, with physio focusing on ankle mobility, strength, and fitness. Prior to the COVID-19 outbreak and delay of the Premier League season, it was very likely that Torreira's season was all but over, barring a quicker bone healing response. Now, if the Premier League season does return, which it sounds like the FA is focused on doing, but will ultimately depend on how quickly the UK implements stricter quarantine, then Lucas could potentially be ready by mid-May. That being said, his rehab process and return may take longer than normal due to quarantine restrictions and limited access to medical and training staff, equipment, and Arsenal training grounds. Regardless of what happens to the Premier League season, the excellent news is that with appropriate rehab and gradual ramping up of activity to allow for mental and physical reacclimation, Torreira shouldn't have any long-lasting issues. He may experience some ankle stiffness and discomfort in the short term, but that's part and parcel with this injury. All in all, he was fortunate to not have a higher severity unstable fracture, which would have required surgery and potentially longer lasting implications. That's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. My goal is to provide you with in-depth, evidence-based, narrative-free analysis, and you can always find me on IG and Twitter at 3CB Performance. Please take care of yourselves and follow basic precautions to limit your exposure to and spread of COVID-19. Make sure to sub to the channel and follow along on all social media for latest updates. 3CB out.